Okay, so picture this. You're managing Arsenal, right? And it's January.
Oh, boy.
Transfer window's open.
Pressure's on.
Pressure's definitely on. You've got some big injuries to deal with.
Yeah.
Got to make the right moves.
Yeah.
And we've got this insider report talking about who they might go after.
Oh, juicy.
It is juicy stuff. So let's dive in and see what this tells us about what Arsenal are trying to do.
Yeah, I'm fascinated.
All right, so first thing that just jumps out at me is how many attacking players are on this list,
Makes sense.
right? I mean, Gabriel Jesus, Bukayo Saka, huge losses.
Yeah. Now, those are not easy players to just replace.
So that seems like priority number one.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you're talking about a massive impact on how Arsenal attack.
Yeah.
I mean, Jesus, he's so good at linking up the play, creating space for other players.
Yeah.
And then Saka on the wing, that unpredictability.
Yeah.
It's a real spark.
Pace.
Yeah, you can't just plug anyone in there and expect the same results.
Right, so let's talk about some of these potential targets.
Okay.
We've got three big names at striker: Jisko Vlahovic and ISAK.
Okay.
Jisko.
RB Leipzig.
From RB Leipzig. Yeah, young guy, big money. They're talking like 70 million pounds.
That's a lot.
It is a lot. Do you think he's someone who could fit in at Arsenal?
It's a good question.
Yeah.
I mean, he's strong,
Physical.
Yeah. Good in the air. Real target man kind of striker. Loves those crosses.
Classic number 9.
Yeah, but does that really work with how Arsenal like to play?
Yeah. They're all about the passing and movement.
Exactly. So 70 million is a big gamble
Sure.
for a player who might need the whole team to change how they play.
Right. So then you've got Vlahovic, who's, he's a proven goal scorer.
Oh, yeah. He's the real deal.
Right.
I mean, Vlahovic, he just knows how to find the back of the net.
Clinical.
Absolutely. Great movement, always in the right place at the right time.
And his hold-up play is good too, right?
Excellent. Which is something Arsenal are really going to miss with Jesus out.
Yeah.
He can bring others into the game.
Keeps possession.
Exactly. Allows them to build those attacks.
So almost like a like-for-like replacement in that sense.
Yeah, in a way.
Okay, then there's ISAK, who we know Arsenal have been interested in for a while now.
Oh, yeah. They've had their eye on him.
So what is it about him that they like so much?
Well, he's kind of a mix of everything you want in a modern striker,
Okay.
He's big, strong, can hold the ball up.
Mm-hmm.
But he's also really mobile and fast, can run in behind defenses.
So he can score goals, he can create chances,
Yeah.
he can press.
Absolutely. The complete package.
He's at Newcastle now, right?
Yeah, and that's not going to be easy.
Even if Arsenal have the money.
Exactly. Newcastle are building something too.
They're not just going to let their star player walk away, are they?
Not without a fight.
So we've got three very different options there. If you were advising Arsenal, who would you go for?
Oh, man. That's a tough one.
Yeah.
I mean, if you need someone to come in and score goals right away, Vlahovic is your guy. He knows the league. He knows how to find the net. But if you're thinking long-term and you're willing to maybe take a bit of a risk, ISAK could be incredible.
Higher ceiling?
Yeah, it all comes down to what Arsenal's plan is.
Right. How much risk they want to take.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. So let's move on to some of these other players.
All right.
We've got two wingers on the list.
Two wingers.
Nico Williams and Brian Mbeumo.
Okay, so Williams, he's all about that pace.
Yeah.
Just lightning quick, can dribble past anyone.
Real threat on the counter.
Absolutely. Just gets the fans on their feet.
Then you've got Mbeumo, who I guess he's a bit more well-rounded.
Yeah, I'd say so.
Can play on either wing, scores goals, works hard defensively.
Yeah, he's a solid option.
Reliable.
Exactly.
And then there's the midfielder, Martin Zubimendi.
Oh, interesting.
They're talking about maybe activating his release clause at the end of the season.
So they're thinking ahead.
It seems that way.
Yeah, I like that Zubimendi he's a proper holding midfielder.
Yeah.
The kind of player who just controls the game.
Dictates the tempo.
Breaks up attacks, starts your own moves.
Until then player.
Very much so. And waiting till the end of the season to get him.
Yeah.
That tells me they're thinking about the future.
Yeah.
Not just a quick fix.
Building for the long term.
Exactly.
All right, so we've got Arsenal needing to replace some big attacking players.
Huge losses.
They've got all these different options on the table,
Yeah.
different strengths, different price tags.
Different styles.
And then they're also maybe planning ahead.
Yeah, with Zubimendi.
What do you make of all of this? What does this tell us about how Arsenal are approaching this transfer window?
I think it shows they're being smart about it. You know, they're not just panicking.
Right.
They're looking at all their options. They're thinking about now and they're thinking about the future.
They're playing chess, not checkers.
Exactly. And I think that's a good sign for Arsenal fans.
Yeah, they want to be competing at the top.
Absolutely. They want trophies.
All right, so the big question is,
Hit me.
if you were in charge,
Okay.
who are you going after?
Who's my top target?
Who's your priority?
Mm-hmm.
What are you thinking about when you make that decision?
That's what makes the transfer window so exciting, right?
It is.
All these possibilities,
Yeah.
all these different pieces to the puzzle.
And limited resources.
You got to spend wisely.
So what would you do?
No, that's a question for another day.
We'll have to have you back on to discuss that.
I'd love that.
All right, that's all the time we have for today's deep dive. But keep thinking about those targets. What would you do if you were running Arsenal?
It's a tough job.
It is, but somebody's got to do it.
Thanks for having me.
It's great talking to you. Thanks for listening, everyone.
Cheers.
We'll see you next time.